Hello, thank you for being here for this video again. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you're brand new, thanks for stopping in. If you resonate with my content, please like this video and subscribe to my station. That will help a lot. I am here each day sharing meditations and holistic wellness. And we're going through a course in miracles and studying the thoughts and meditating on the course throughout our days. And I come here and read you the lessons. I will read you the lesson today. We are in lesson 152. And there's a lot of reasons people meditate. I'll give you just a brief introduction here. Meditation is easy and it is effortless, and it is used as a resource and a tool for those experiencing issues. Again, is a wide variety of reasons people meditate, but some of the reasons my meditators come to the center and meditate is general health and well-being, to reduce stress and reactions to stress, and actually be able to process and find resolutions for stressful or chronic situations that might be difficult to handle otherwise. Meditation actually has been proven and scientifically researched to lower blood pressure and help with specific health issues like children with ADHD symptoms, even adults, hyperactivity, focus, clarity. These kinds of things are actually helped with meditation. So there's a couple different kinds. Obviously, you would probably think there's many kinds of meditation, but there are a couple of ways you can describe meditation so that you can understand it better. And I'll attempt to do that here with you today. The two most popular kinds of meditation that I have been experiencing and been introduced to over my years of meditating are either guided meditation or mantra meditation. So two different ways that I learned over the years. And then last year, I was introduced to a third way, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. But first, let's start with the first way is guided meditation. And so in a guided meditation, what happens is you either listen to an audio or you listen to a guide, say me, sitting in the same room with you. And we go through you could also call it a visualization, but what it does is it'll take you into a state of mind where you have a restful awareness, where you're not controlling your thoughts, but you're still thinking. You're not completely eliminating thoughts when we meditate. What we're doing is finding a state of mind where we can easily understand our thoughts, easily process them. And specifically, if they're causing us pain, problems, or struggle, we do want to then potentially make changes, to reduce the struggles and the problems, right? There's been a saying that you will get the same results when you do the same things. So sometimes we have to look at different ways of approaching our health and wellness, and holistics is a great option. Meditation is a great option. Guided meditation is wonderful. That is basically what I'm doing here each day as I read you A Course in Miracles. We listen to the content, and then those thoughts actually not only impress on our subconscious, on our conscious, but also our subconscious. As I'm reading this to you, even though we might not understand every sentence and paragraph in this course, these thoughts, which are of peace and love and understanding, are impressing on our subconscious as well. So guided meditation is a beautiful way to begin if we have a hesitation to sitting in silence or sitting for a long period of time. A lot of times that could be difficult when we start meditating. So guided meditation is a wonderful first way to start. And then the second kind I learned was mantra meditation. And that is where you receive a general mantra, and there are quite a few that you can learn. And I will give you a book recommendation if you want to learn more about mantras specifically, because there is one that I just finished reading about that, and it can help you. But if you want the quick version, there's a couple mantras that are general mantras that people can use to do meditation every day. That doesn't necessarily mean you need to go to a teacher or anybody else to help. So those two mantras are Om, O-M. Literally, you would repeat the sound Om, Om, Om. You can lengthen it, Om. Whatever's comfortable for you. That part really doesn't matter. It's that we're sitting for a minute or a few with ourselves and with our mantra. So then the second mantra would be Sat Nam. And I'm going to link a video below that I did previously on this particular mantra and using this mantra. And it'll go through the process with you so you can actually listen and learn how to use the mantra method of meditation for yourself. And then the third kind, which is, a little bit more, I'm looking for a flyer I have. It's a little bit more to access. You would actually contact a center. And that is what I did. And I went to a center in Baltimore, Maryland, and it is called Transcendental Meditation. And you can go to tm.org. There is a lot of evidence-based research and benefits that come with TM. One of the specific ones I really love to share is that the TM organization has a special program for ADHD symptoms and dealing with that. And so I would highly recommend to contact them, and I'll link that below as well. And if you know anyone that might find that resource useful. So those are the three kinds of meditation. I at my center teach guided meditation and mantra meditation and help to mind the time while you sit to meditate. A lot of times Sundays are the only days we get to ourselves to really take it easy and let go of everything and kind of reposition where we are in our life, where we are in the month, in the week. Sunday is a great day to commit to a practice of meditation. Okay. And I'm available on Sundays, and I will put my link below. My website will be in the comments and in the description box to easily find me at the center. And until Sunday, I would ask that you return here to my station on YouTube, Rita Lynn 420. My goal is to post a guided meditation every single day this year for you to listen to and access. So let's get into it. Lesson 152. The power of decision is my own. No one can suffer loss unless it be his own decision. No one suffers pain except his choice elects this state for him. No one can grieve, nor fear, nor think him sick unless these are the outcomes that he wants. And no one dies without his own consent. Nothing occurs but represents your wish, and nothing is omitted that you choose. Here is your world, complete in all details. Here is its holy reality for you. And it is only here salvation is. You may believe that this position is extreme and too inclusive to be true. Yet, can truth have exceptions? If you have the gift of everything, can loss be real? Can pain be part of peace or grief of joy? Can fear and sickness enter in a mind where love and perfect holiness abide? Truth must be all inclusive, if it be the truth at all. Accept no opposites and no exceptions, for to do so is to contradict the truth entirely. Salvation is the recognition that the truth is true and nothing else is true. This you have heard before. You may not yet accept both parts of it. Without the first, the second has no meaning, but without the second, is the first no longer true. Truth cannot have an opposite. This cannot be too often said and thought about. For if what is not true is true as well as what is true, then part of truth is false. And truth has lost its meaning. Nothing but the truth is true, and what is false is false. This is the simplest of distinctions, yet the most obscure, but not because it is a difficult distinction to perceive. It is concealed behind a vast array of choices that do not appear to be entirely your own. And thus the truth appears to have some aspects that belie consistency, but do not seem to be but contradictions introduced by you. As God created you, you must remain unchangeable, with transitory states by definition false. And that includes all shifts in feeling, alterations in conditions of the body and the mind, in all awareness and in all response. This is the all-inclusiveness which sets the truth apart from falsehood, and the false kept separate from the truth as what it is. It is not strange that you believe to think you made the world. You see is ignorance. God made it not. Of this you can be sure. What can he know of the ephemeral, the sinful and the guilty and afraid, the suffering and lonely, and the mind that lives within a body that must die? You but accuse him of insanity. To think he made a world where such things seem to have reality. He is not mad, yet only madness makes a world like this. To think that God made chaos contradicts his will, invented opposites to truth, and suffers death to triumph over life. All this is arrogance. Humility would see at once these things are not of him. And can you see what God created not? To think you can is merely to believe you can perceive what God willed not to be. And what could be more arrogant than this? Let us today be truly humble and accept what we have made as what it is. The power of decision is our own. Decide but to accept your rightful place as co-creator of the universe, and all you think you made will disappear. What rises to awareness then will be all that there ever was, eternally as it is now. And it will take the place of self-deceptions made but to usurp the altar to the Father and the Son. Today we practice true humility, abandoning the false pretense by which the ego seeks to prove it arrogant. Only the ego can be arrogant, but the truth is humble in acknowledging its mightiness, its challengelessness, and its eternal wholeness, all-encompassing God's perfect gift to his beloved Son. We lay aside the arrogance which says that we are sinners, guilty and afraid, ashamed of what we are, and lift our hearts in true humility instead to him who has created us immaculate, like to himself in power and in love. The power of decision is our own, and we accept of him that which we are, and humbly recognize the Son of God. To recognize God's Son implies as well that all self-concepts have been laid aside and recognized as false. Their arrogance has been perceived, and in humility, the radiance of God's Son, his gentleness, his perfect sinlessness, his Father's love, his right to heaven and release from hell are joyously accepted as our own. Now do we join in glad acknowledgement that lies are false and only truth is true. We think of truth alone as we arise and spend 5 minutes practicing its ways, encouraging our frightened minds with this. The power of decision is my own. This day I will accept myself as what my Father's will created me to do. Then will we wait in silence, giving up all self-deceptions as we humbly ask ourselves that he reveal himself to us. And he who never left will come again to our awareness, grateful to restore his home to God as it was meant to be. In patience, wait for him throughout the day and hourly invite him with the words with which the day began, concluding it with the same invitation to yourself. God's voice will answer, for he speaks for you and for your Father. He will substitute the peace of God for all your frantic thoughts, the truth of God for self-deceptions, and God's Son for your illusions of yourself. Amen. Thanks for being here with me for this reading of a lesson on A Course in Miracles. Let me grab the books I wanted to show you. The book. Let me grab two, because what was mentioned here actually This other book is going to potentially resonate with you as well. So the first book that does list a whole collection of mantras is Total Meditation by Deepak Chopra. And I finished this book and it is highly recommended. It gives a lot of the benefits of meditation and also how we can actually live in total meditation every moment of our life. And where it doesn't necessarily have to be something that we go to do, once a day or something like that. It can be a lifestyle choice and decision that we make in total meditation. So check out that book. And I got these at the library. I don't purchase books all the time. The second one is called Humble, and it is by Daryl Van Tongeren, PhD. And it's a very, very book that lists a lot of resources and studies that were done and that he actually done as he was writing his book and I believe graduating university. And it's just really beautiful because it gives so much information on humility, how that helps in every area of our life, having authentic relationships for one, as well as better experiences in the workplace and communicating with anyone really, and living a life that is meaningful, humble. Okay, and then I want to say thank you to my partners and my sponsors who make it possible for me to meet with my meditators each week that we have appointments. Gateway Healthcare Services is a location in Dunkirk, Maryland. Gateway Healthcare is a holistic cannabis medical provider office, and they have same-day telehealth appointments. They also have in-person visits with a physician. There is a holistic nurse in their offices as well, available by telehealth. So reach out to Gateway Healthcare Services if you need help with your medical cannabis recommendations or holistic therapies. Holistic healthcare is literally the reason why I'm able to be here and function in life and be the mother and simply the woman that I am today. A holistic lifestyle is what has brought these abilities for me about. And Gateway Healthcare Services is owned by conscious business owners. It is a woman-owned business, and I definitely resonate with that as I am a woman. And it is also owned by a mother who really cares about natural and safe solutions for our healthcare needs in all areas of our life. They have wonderful products that are holistic minded. I'm going to briefly show you one. I'm not necessarily about having and recommending specific products, but I will admit this one has made a big difference in my life. I don't know what you think of my complexion or my skin, but I did go a complete season using something called a TerraCanna. And so this was a gift from Gateway Healthcare Services, and it does have 200 milligrams of cannabidiol. It also has 50 milligrams of cannabigerol, which is another cannabinoid that we don't often hear about, but that is wonderful for inflammation, skincare, and there's a lot of other natural ingredients that are definitely beneficial for our bodies, and it has a wonderful, super, super gentle smell and fragrance. It is not overpowering. It's very consciously created as well. So if you're looking for a quality skincare, you can see I completely used it all. And so I didn't want to really talk about this until I had really had an experience with it. And so I'm very happy. This is an aging moisturizer. It's not for children. It is for adults, and it's packed with so many, again, beneficial botanical ingredients that I know you're going to love if you're into holistics like me. It also has hyaluronic acid in it, which is apparently a wonderful ingredient to use in your skincare. I did tend to use this product at night, every single night. And so again, one of the ingredients I'll go ahead and mention, it has a proprietary ingredient in it that I've never heard this to be in anything. And I don't know how you'll feel about this, but you can do some research if you would like to, but there is starfish extract in this product as well, which is said to be even better than the hyaluronic acid as far as smoothing, tone, texture on a woman's skin or a man's skin. Anybody could, any gender obviously can use this product. But I do sense a lot of anti-inflammatory benefits, regeneration of the skin. I've had issues with healing different issues on my skin, and it's definitely been a blessing to have this product. So I highly recommend it. I will put the link below for you to access and take a look and choose whether you want to use something like this in your life. And we'll be done now. I will see you again in the next video. I love you. Thanks for starting your self-care practice and your holistic routine for yourself. If you need me or looking for me again at the center, my website will be below. I love you. Bye-bye.